Thanks. And Rajani, hello, Rajani.
Yeah, Rajni. Good morning. I'm Rajni.
Rajani, correct?
Yeah, Rajni.
Okay.
I had 3 years of experience as a database admin in wealth technology.
Which technology?
Wealth technology, it's like a banking sector.
Okay, okay.
I'm new to Guidewire. One of
You
my cousins suggested,
okay,
so I'm
okay,
learn.
fine. Good.
Thank you.
Can you spell that technology name? Sorry.
Wealth
Wealth
technology.
technology. Okay, okay. It's a
Yeah,
domain, right?
yeah, it's
Okay.
a term.
As a database admin. Okay, good
Yeah,
to know. Okay,
thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you. So, reminding all, we have joined yesterday itself, correct? I got to know about you all people. Vijay, Anisha, Srini, Santosh today joined is fine. Adi. Okay, we'll start. And for Santosh and Rajani, right, I want to give you the overview of it, not
Yeah,
completely.
yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so I'll
Yeah,
tell you the class structure alone. And yesterday I have given that overview of insurance. Okay, so what is all about insurance and all? You can kindly go through the what is it? Recordings, yesterday recordings, and it's like a very basic level. I have given what is insurance and what are the types of insurance, like that I have given. Okay.
okay.
And before that, I want to tell you what is the structure of the class. Okay. So here we'll have both configuration and integration classes will be there. Okay. And a rating also. So I'll take in a sequence of configuration, rating, and integration sessions. Okay. In the configuration, we have this list of topics. All these topics I'll be covering of it. Oh, sorry, here from here. Okay, PolicyCenter overview, data model, and whatever it is. Okay, Gosu language, PCF, product designer, UW rules, forms, and a few standalone topics. And data model, I'll take it in a 2 sessions. Okay, first session is the initial level, beginner level, and next, once all things are completed, I'll take it in a next level. Okay. So that is one thing. And once all these are all configuration topics. Okay. Once all done right, I'll take a rating, then I'll go for a integration things. Okay. So in as part of the integration, right? Since you may especially for Santosh, you are looking for integration topics. So why
Yeah,
can't I? You may think of it. Okay, this much I have to go through. Then I have to start an integration topic. Yes, since you are very new to Guidewire, right? And
yeah,
if is you are starting from any web servers or batch process, means it is like Greek and Latin. For this understanding, right, you should at least some explore of these things is mandatory. Okay, at least not well versing of entity creation or UW rules, forms, nothing is not important. But what is it? These are all the basics, at least. Okay, if you're seeing the coding of these things, right, you have to know. Okay, then only what is it that not win, sorry, that wherever that integration part comes into the picture, right, you'll come to know why it is used and where it is used. Okay. So to have this integration sessions, mainly this Gosu part is very important. Okay. And this entity model is very important. I mean, data model is very important. Okay. So this is one thing. Yes, once all these topics are done, I'll have some clearance topics, anything to re-clear it again, re-teach again, have to take again and all. I'll have 1 or 2 classes, and I'll tell that interview questions and how to, how to prepare for the interview, because exploring the things is different, okay, but clearing the interviews, that is different. It's a kind of out of my interest. I'm giving that tips and tactics, how to, what are the things which way you have to clear the prepare for the interview. Okay. So next, any classes, right? Whatever the topics we are starting, that will be having continue with the practical session. Okay, that is very important. Hands-on will be there. So say for example, one topic, data model topic is I have taking, right? With that, while explaining itself, I'll be creating going for practical sessions. Okay, so that you'll, once you get the studio and all, you'll what is that? You can try practicing creating into the whatever we are learning in our sessions. Okay. And anytime you can stop me and pass me and ask whatever doubts. Don't hesitate, even if it is a very basic doubt. Okay. We are here to learn, not for, don't think of hesitation. Okay. That is one thing. Next is the other thing is, yeah, once you got this Guidewire Studio set up things right, IDE. So let me know. I'll give a steps to, what is that? The steps to do the how to set up a studios in your system. Okay. And one question I want to know: all have Windows system, right? Anybody having Mac system, Mac OS?
No, I think it's Windows only. Yeah.
It's fine, because that will have a separate set of steps. Even I asked from the previous batch the steps also, but we need to have a separate here. That's why I asked. Okay, fine. Thank you. Let me go for a session. And yesterday for Santosh and Ranjini, I have took this one only, insurance overview. Okay. And today I'm going to take about Guidewire architecture. So what I have done, taken as part of the insurance, right? What is insurance? It is like covering a risk under some contract, taking a policy. Okay. And what are all the terms in the insurance? Insurance technology will be used. Okay. Insured, insurer, these are the different terms will be used. Okay. And this, don't worry, I'll be explaining again. Okay, what are all the products available in our system? Guidewire provides. Okay, say for example, which type of policy Guidewire provides? For your car, personal auto will be there. Okay, for your home, homeowners and rented building, homeowners will be there. Okay, for commercial property, commercial truck, commercial auto, like that depends on the what object you want to take a coverage. Okay, take a policy, depends on that these are all said to be a product. Okay? That product will be different. So these things only I have explained in detail yesterday. Please kindly go through the video, I mean yesterday recorded file, and let me know if you have any doubts. Okay,
Sure.
it's very basic things yesterday, just for introduction class yesterday I made it. Okay, fine. Now we'll go for a Guidewire architecture. Okay, Guidewire architecture. We'll start today. See, we have the training slides for Guidewire 8, okay, but we will version 8. But we will get a app, I mean this IDE of version 10. Okay, so this only will get it, and more or less same only. I mean key concepts are more or same, and what is that? A little bit variant will be there, and still now whatever we are learning, right? The main things, it is no there is no difference. Okay, so come to the Guidewire architecture. See, Guidewire is a product is offered to all insurance companies. Okay, it has three main modules. Okay, and one is like PolicyCenter, next is BillingCenter, and next is a ClaimCenter. Okay, why we need to go for a Guidewire? Why can't we go for a next any other product? Is because it has more user friendly, and it provides whatever some 70% of the things it's already available in the Guidewire product itself. Okay, so people from insurance now and other background, you can ask me, right? Like why we need to go for Guidewire? So why? Because see, any insurance company, if they are buying a Guidewire product as a licensed version, they don't, even though they don't want to customize it, they don't want to do any customization, they can issue the policy, they can run their business with a minimal cost. Only thing they have to provide a cost while buying a purchase of this licensed version. Okay, Why? Because most of the things, the product validations, minimal validations, okay, and next mandatory things, whatever the things to convert the input to policy from the customer, right? That is already available in a Guidewire product. Okay, so what I'm telling a Guidewire product is this one. Okay, this G, right? Blue G. And this represents a IDE for IDE means integrated development environment for PolicyCenter. Okay, this is a PolicyCenter. Okay, similarly, it's for BillingCenter. Okay, it is for orange color. For ClaimCenter, we have separate thing will be there. I don't have that. What is it? IDE. Okay, and similarly, we have a contact manager also. So if you are working in an integrated project, right? I mean, complete suite. Say for example, in your company, Cognizant, Infosys, whatever the vendor, and you're particularly placed into the project. That project, if you have working on, you're going to work on a complete suite project, right? This PolicyCenter, this Guidewire BillingCenter, and we have one more called ClaimCenter, okay, and contact manager. Everything will be integrated, okay. So not necessary all the projects should be integrated, but for that, right, all components will be available. I mean, all what is it, centers we used to sell centers. This is PolicyCenter, BillingCenter, ClaimCenter. All X centers will be integrated. Okay, so to convert a policy, everything is readily available with the minimal validations to convert the policy, right? Guidewire offers those what is facilities. Okay, so that's where this is the advantage of going off Guidewire. Okay. Next is the architecture. If you check mainly insurance suite, what I told, right? Completely. So it has three main things. One is PolicyCenter, next is BillingCenter, next is the ClaimCenter. Okay. And on top of all three things, one more thing is there that is said to be as a contact manager. Generally, it won't consider as an insurance suite, but it will be act as an insurance suite. Okay, that is said to be as a contact manager. So we'll go one by one. So in any Guidewire architecture, any Guidewire suite, right, first comes through PolicyCenter. What is the necessity to create? What is the necessity to have a PolicyCenter, right? To create policies, to modify the policies, to cancel the policies, to renew the policies. Okay, the base of the policies start from the initiation or will be starting from the PolicyCenter. Okay, for any policies. Okay. Once creating the policies, then only rest of the things comes into the sequence will be comes into the place. Okay, so that is the necessity of PolicyCenter. Okay, through PolicyCenter only we'll be creating a policies. Okay, next BillingCenter. Okay, policy is created by the insurance company. Now that policy has to be, it has to be give a payment by the insured person. I mean the customer, correct? End user. So for that, which system will be act on it? It is by BillingCenter. Okay, so to generate for a particular policy, generating an invoice. Okay, payment term, payment system. Next is if any escalations, not paying the payment. So for that, right, those type of details will be captured in the BillingCenter. Okay. So next is the ClaimCenter. So ClaimCenter, right? In say for example, you have taken a policy starting from today. Okay. And tomorrow someone got that policy holder got a something incident happened and he or she met with the accident. Obviously he has to claim it, correct? So for that, ClaimCenter comes into the picture. So for that particular policy, say for example policy number P1, okay, starting from today's effective date, for P1 policy we can raise the claim because of what is it, a car hit in the tree or some fire accident, whatever it is, that reason we need to mention it. What is the loss cost? What are the details we have to raise, right? That and all will have to, what is it, to raise the claim, to create the claim, this ClaimCenter comes into the picture. Okay. So for that, what it is needed? Policy is needed. Policy number is needed to create the claim. To have a billing, to have the billing details, invoice details, or a payment details, for that also what it is needed, policy is needed, policy number is needed. Okay, so in a nutshell, PolicyCenter acts as a primary, and to have the complete cycle of the PolicyCenter to happen, right, BillingCenter, ClaimCenter will be goes in the next sequence. Okay, any doubts so far? Okay, let me take it as yes, no doubts.
Yeah, no doubts.
Thank you. Next, how is the servers are running it? Okay. So Sai, hello Sai, I didn't hear you. How are you? So Sai, sorry, I am not aware of from which background, which experience you comes through.
Actually, I completed my BTech past 2 years. Since I
Sorry.
did, since I didn't do anything.
Okay. You're new to Guidewire?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, new to Guidewire. Okay. So development background or testing, how about it?
Actually, I am from civil background, madam. I am looking into software side.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I missed you. I thought by seeing your name, institute SAB name was there like that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we'll go for Guidewire application layer. Okay, this is more about how the servers are, what type of server is used, we are using. Okay, what is the things behind the Guidewire application. Okay, generally don't worry about it. Okay, you can keep it in a mind. It works in the Java platform. That's all. Okay, Java Enterprise Edition. And it works in an application server, it's running on it, and it works on a Java platform. Okay, more than that, if we are more digging into that, right, there is no use also. Okay, considering it is working on a Java platform. Okay, and next is the yes. So how the database and application server is getting to the communicated, right? We will using a Microsoft. We can use Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle Enterprise, and H2 database. Okay, so this is for a database connectivity. Say for example, in the UI, any application will have the UI, user interface. Obviously people will be giving an input, correct? Policy number, as far as till now we have discussed, we know policy number is there. Okay, and for that policy number, something have to be stored. Where to be stored? Or backend database will be there. Okay, so which database will be used in a Guidewire as part of the right? That is not in a Guidewire. It is relational database, like it is external database, will be configuring the database in our Guidewire Studio. Okay, those are all I'll tell you. So there are three possibilities to have a server, three different servers, anything we can use it. Okay, one is Oracle, next is SQL, next is H2. Okay, so in a real time, in a real project, right, whatever the real project will have a either SQL Server or Oracle. Okay, because of heavy, too much of information and data. In real-time project, we used to have millions of records. Okay, we don't know how many millions of records if it is a big bang client and all. Okay, but for our training purpose, we used to have a H2. Okay, even even for your organization, if you're working not for the client, but you're working for your exactly or for an organization, any training, right? In organization, they'll be giving some Guidewire training and all. They will all be also using a H2 database only. Okay, it is like a minimal thing. We don't want to have the server maintenance and all. Okay, that is for training purposes. We'll be using for H2 server. Okay, so this is for maintenance is easy when compared to other two. But in real time, this is not possible. It can't hold much data. Okay, H2. It is a very lightweight. Okay. So data type, that is a relationship, okay, between the database server and application server. Okay. This how to configure a database in our Guidewire system and all, I'll be telling in our next sessions. Okay, no voice. What happened?
Hello?
Yes, I'm not audible. Hello?
You are audible, Raji.
Hello?
Okay, fine. Wi-Fi is there. Okay. Okay, thank you. I think for Adi, some network issues. Maybe. So next is the presentation tier. See, presentation tier is a visualization for our understanding. This diagram goes into it. Okay. So what is the thing is, I think we don't want these explanations. Once you get the slides right, you can go for these explanations. Okay. I can explain these things. See, what is a presentation tier is? See, backend database server is there, and application server is there. Okay, and in front we'll be using as a web clients. I mean user interface. These are said to be as a user interface. Okay, I'll show you all three things in my system. Even once you have done, you can also have all three tier in your same system. Okay. So database tier, yes, having activating a database H2 in this case, and application server making our server up. This Guidewire Studios making our server up, and web clients we are using and accessing an application through any of the browser. Okay, so for that server will be should run up. Okay, and if we want to what is it? Refer the database tables, I mean database details, right? This server will be at the back end. Okay. Next. To have these things, right? To anything have to be interlinked, something has to be communicated, correct? So logic has to be communicated and details has to be communicated. So how this being communicated in a Guidewire system is through a language called as a Gosu language. So it is, Gosu language is nothing but a Java, it is built on top of Java platform, okay? Java platform, but it will have a different syntax. Not necessary. Okay, not necessary. It is a prerequisite. Java has to be known by to learn the Gosu language. No, anybody, if you don't have a Java background or any language background, can easily learn the Gosu language. Okay, so that is what because the structure is simple and we need to know what are the concepts in Gosu language. Okay, and we need to explore it what is already in the Guidewire. Okay, that's why I want to tell you. See, in Guidewire, the one beauty thing is like most of the things is already there. Okay, the idea behind this we need to explore it. On seeing the methodology, we need to know what is already used in the framework. Okay, because it is a framework. We are not going to invent any new kind of things. Okay, it is already there. All we need to discover it and we have to explore it what is already there. Okay, so for that, what is that? For that already Gosu language, in Gosu language, most of the things are explained. Okay, each and every concept. So while I'm explaining it, I'll give an example and I'll do a practical session. Okay, then I'll show you how to explore it. Okay, so that even after the class sessions, right, you can explore it and come up with the doubts. What is this here? What is this here? Why it is used like this? Okay. So yes, back to the topic. Yeah.
1 minute, Raji, from interview perspective for Gosu language, like what is the expectation? Like, as you say, like for Java, when we go, like they will ask in details about object-oriented programming and like they will ask us to write so many codings and all
Coding.
those things. Will it be the same case with here or like, or they don't
So far I
bother
heard,
much
right?
around this?
So far I heard, say for example, if you are taking interview from India, you won't get to write this coding steps. Okay, they'll be asking the steps alone. Say for example, what is a
Hmm.
what is the operator you are going to use, like a ternary, when you are going to use a ternary operator, or when you are going to use the word as keyword, like that orally will be used. For that we can initial level it is done, okay, we can make a preparation. Okay, this coding level mostly will be asking for the US client, US people who are taking interview from US, right? They will be there. So
Hmm.
they are asking us them to write a coding logic also. Okay, why I am telling the truth, I don't want to hide it. Okay, but in India it is not, they are not asking in that way. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how many of you from US. Okay. So yes, Gosu language communication system through entire things, right? Even how to what is it? The database server and application server. We want to retrieve the values from the database, right? We'll have a concept called as a Gosu queries, okay? And for the application server and web clients, right? That communication done by PCF. PCF means page configuration file. So between that two also Gosu language will be used. Okay. And most of the things in configuration, right? We want to know what are the steps, what are the configuration steps. We need to keep it in mind. Okay. Here and there that Gosu language comes into the picture to have that communication system. But in integration things, you have to write a logic. For example, external system is there. You have to write a logic. For that, Gosu language is mandatory. Okay. Next is it will go deeper in the integration side. That's what I want to tell. Okay. Now, Guidewire configuration technology. So here, right, they have mentioned what are the 4 different core areas of configuration technologies. One is user interface. Next is application server. Application server runs by both configuration and integration. Okay. And next, backend database. Okay. So now you can relate it. Database, what we are going to use, H2. Application server, what we are going to use is Guidewire, our own studio server. Next is a user interface. We are going to any browser. Okay, any browser we are going to use. So all backend, server, and user interface, everything will have in the Guidewire same technology, 3-tier architecture. Okay. Now entities configure data tier. Yes, this I'll explain what is the entities in the next sessions, in the entity sessions. Okay, not I'm going to do now itself. Okay. And application server, fine. And as a user interface, okay, it's advanced things. Okay. Guidewire platform. Okay. Anything, and till now I have explained, right? Whatever, that everything is common for PolicyCenter, BillingCenter, and ClaimCenter. Okay. Whatever the database, application server, and user interface, and whatever integration things, everything will common to ClaimCenter, BillingCenter, PolicyCenter. Even if you're going for ClaimCenter class, right? This first thing, this architecture is common. Okay. But what is it? The terms will be different. Okay. But this architecture is same throughout the all 3 X centers. Okay. That's what data model. Data model is nothing but a database. Whatever the database, we are using it. User interface, application logic, and integration mechanisms. Okay. So
What about contact manager?
contact manager is not generally it won't be available along with this. It will be in the separate here. Okay, contact manager. In the contact manager also same story. Okay, the same data model, same user interface, same application logic,
What,
the integration.
what is the use of contact manager then?
Contact manager.
Mhm.
See, I'll tell you. In PolicyCenter, you know that policy number to create, we need to create a policies, correct? So to create a policy, the main core thing we need to have to whom we are going to create a policy, one person. Okay, say for example, one person. So for that person with that object, we are going to create a policy. So the person details, okay, will be stored in a contact manager. Okay, even if it is a person or company, or for a company also will be taking a policy, correct? In the company level, commercial level, will be taking it. So any details of the person or user or producer, those things available in a contact manager. Why it is have a common platform is the same policy number will be used in the ClaimCenter to create a claims. So while creating a claim, we need to have a claim, that insured person details, correct? And in the same way, BillingCenter also, to raise the invoices, we need to have that person, all details also, basic details, account details. Okay, so those person names will be maintained in a contact manager. So in the integration system, if you want to say, for example, today you have created account. After a month, you want to add your anniversary date, or somehow you have you want to change your house, so you want to change your address in your policy system. Okay, you can't go and change the address directly. For each centers, policy center one time, ClaimCenter one time, BillingCenter one time. No, it is tedious, tough task. So to maintain that common platform called as a contact manager, certain details associated with the person or a company, we can do a changes. It will automatically reflect to all other X centers. Okay. So if say for example, it doesn't mean that, okay, any changes I have to do it for only for a contact manager. No, I want to add address, or additionally I need to add a phone number, right? If I'm doing the same thing in PolicyCenter, automatically it will get added to the ClaimCenter and BillingCenter. Okay, how it is at the back end from PolicyCenter, that information will flow to the contact manager. Okay, from the contact manager, again it will get send the details to the ClaimCenter to BillingCenter, that updated details. So we need to have that common platform at the backend. Not at the backend, it is a complete separate platform, which will be have the details to be updated and sent through all 3 X centers. You got it?
Yeah.
Fine. Next, yeah, configuration courses. This is all same thing. Application configuration. Every configuration fundamentals, right? Whatever your configuration things, it's basic for all 3 X centers. Okay, ClaimCenter, PolicyCenter, and BillingCenter. And training app, just leave this session. It is just explaining what is in the training app. Okay, I don't want to explain these things. We'll go in our flow. Okay, it's totally different. Next is a Guidewire Studio. See, Guidewire Studio, to achieve these things, right? To achieve these things, I mean, to restart the server, to connect to the database, we need to have some placeholder to IDE, to environment. Okay, so Guidewire framework itself provided this studio, okay, to have anything relate with the PolicyCenter, right? PolicyCenter will have separate studio to for information. Okay, BillingCenter will have a separate studio. ClaimCenter will have a separate studio. It will be in green color. Okay, and Contact Manager will have a separate studio. That is in a dark, little bit dark color, like this zoom dark. Okay, that color will be there. So for each centers, different studio is provided by the Guidewire framework, and with that studio, we'll be starting our server. Okay, the server start will be, I'll give a walkthrough. Okay, once it is done. So here we'll have an option to restart, to enhance our server, to up our server, which is said to be as an application server. Okay, once my server is ready only, I can access the application to my system. Okay, second. So once here, right, the run environment, if I'm giving a server, anyway, I'll give a walkthrough, just I'm giving in a high level. Okay, PolicyCenter ready. Okay, so this is a notification, your server is ready, like that. Okay, so now my server is running into it. If I'm giving this red, right, it will give a stop server. Okay, now my server is ready. Now I can access my application. Okay, so this is my application environment. 1 second. User interface. Okay, so once my server is ready, right, I have to use this URL. I'll tell you from where this URL comes into the picture and all. Okay, localhost 8180 PC. So this is a URL for PolicyCenter. Okay, 8180. 8180 is nothing but Guidewire will have a default port number for every X centers. Okay. Localhost is my IP. So 8180 is what is that is port number for PolicyCenter PC. If it is a BillingCenter, it is 8580. So 8280 is there, 8080 is there. So 4 port number is there. Okay, you can customize also, you can play around at all. You can give 9000. So any number you can give it. Okay, 9000, 5000, but this is a basic. Along the globe, it is the same thing we are using for PolicyCenter. Okay. So now once I hit that URL, I'll tell you from where it is originating this URL, why you want to use this URL and all, I'll tell you. Okay. So this application page, whatever we have seen in the architecture, right? So application server is ready. Okay. And this is a user interface. So user interface with the global username SU, password is GW. Okay. So this is how we'll be accessing an application. When you can access the application is only if your server is ready, PolicyCenter is ready. If it is a BillingCenter, the BillingCenter server should be ready, okay, to access the application. You just check like this, ready and all. Okay, BillingCenter. This is a notification that the server is in your upper hand. Okay. Now we have seen this application server. Now we have seen a user interface. Now we want to see that how the database is connected. Okay. So for that, 1 second. I'll explain what are all these things. Okay. So here, right, we will get some certain structure of folders, okay, in a PolicyCenter for anything, PolicyCenter. If it is a BillingCenter, it will be BC like that, okay. There we'll have to go inside the admin and library files, okay. Inside admin and library, we have to open like this, give a command, okay. You have to open in a command prompt and you have to give java-jar H tab. Okay. So H2 jar is already provided by the Guidewire. Okay, we are just connecting this H2 jar to our Guidewire Studio. Okay, that is also I'll be telling it. Okay, explaining it. First, we'll see the database. Just I have given an enter. Okay, it will automatically prompt to this page. Okay, so this is very important. This is a connectivity things. Okay, connectivity things of I'm connecting my H2 jar to my Guidewire PolicyCenter. Okay, so this is once you get the things right, I'll tell you what are all the things we have to do here. Okay, so test a connection. Yes, connect. Done. So now these are all the tables available in a Guidewire here. Okay, if you once in a data entity classes, right? Next class, I'll tell you, right? What are all the things you are seeing in here in the database in a Guidewire Studio? You can see it here also, which means the tables. Backend, what will be used? Any SQL server, any database server will be user tables. Okay, for the tables, what we are creating in a Guidewire Studio, in a Guidewire, the tables are set to be entity. Okay, whenever I'm telling a table, right? Backend, it is set to be as a table, but in a Guidewire, it is set to be as an entity. Okay, this is not an entity. 1 second. Sorry. This is a place.
How do you open this studio, madam? Actually,
yeah, I'll tell you. Those are all the next steps. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. Now I'm giving a walkthrough. What is that application server? What is the database server? What is the how do you access the web applications? Okay, whatever we have checked in a slide, right? The 3 things I'm explaining. These things I'll come into the step by step. Okay, how to create, open a studio, and walkthrough of the studio I have to give it. Okay, because it's all Greek and Latin. And next, how to start the server. why we are accessing that localhost URL. Okay, why not some other URL? How do we integrate both the systems? Okay, those are all I have to explain. Okay. So now, yes, to access the database, this is the way. Okay, we have to go to the, what is that? Here. You have to go to this particular, sorry. Here, right? This one, admin folder, and inside the library, and you have to give this file name. Okay, java-jar h2 jar. Okay, so which means you will be prompt to open this. Before that, you have seen one screen, right? So there, the connectivity to the Guidewire will be there. Okay, and once you have given a connect, whatever the tables available in a Guidewire Studio, we can see it here also. Okay. So this is one thing.
Can you come again? Like, how did you open this? I just missed.
One sec.
Okay, here
Wait,
H2 console.
I'll close it, not a problem. So you have to open this one, okay? Open this one means
Okay.
here. Just give a comment like this. On top of this one, select, okay? This folder in the path you have to select and you have to give a command CMD. You will be opened like this. Okay, you'll get the open command prompt like this. Here you have to give java-jar, -jar h2, okay, starting with the letter h2, this one, h2 jar.
Here, one thing, Raji, like we are using H2 database, so you are giving H2, but in real time it differs, right? The jar differs.
Real time, I'll tell you, okay, still I didn't complete, okay. So this is only opening of h2, okay, h2 database, this is the way, okay. Test connection and connect means it will be opening a h2 server. So why here I have created I mean, we can open a h2 is, there is a one more file called as a, in any PolicyCenter, BillingCenter, ClaimCenter, right? We have a database config.xml. Okay. Here, this is a file which will be used to configure any connect with the any database. Okay. See, if you check line number 6 to line number 19, this what is it? This lines are being active. Okay. So if it is a grayed out like this, this is comment session. Anything if you are checking in a grayed out as it is inactive. Okay. So this is for I'm connected for H2 database. Okay. In real time, it will be comment out. Okay. All shift, what is it? Whatever like this, it will be comment out. And Oracle, either you can use Oracle. Okay. And or you can use a SQL server. This will be get activated. Okay, you have to give a host name, you have to run a server. That what is that in real time? Already clients will have that all the setups. Okay, just you have to give everything, the details also they will be giving it. Okay, once you have given this thing, you will have what's it? Once you have activated SQL server and all, you have to open SQL Microsoft Management. This Management Studio will be there. Separating, which means this management SQL Management Studio and your Guidewire Studio will be get connected by because of this connectivity, line number 62. Okay. So for training, we don't have those things. What are all the details? Okay, for this connectivity of SQL things, just for your reference, I'm telling. Okay, here we need to give a server name. What server name you are giving here, right? This host name. Okay. This host name, the same thing we'll have to give after open, we have to connect to the SQL Studio also. See, one second. Here, right? You have to give the same server name. Okay. So this server name or this is any server name, depends on the client. Okay. This server name, if you're giving and connect and all, whatever you're seeing here, right? Sorry. Whatever you're seeing here, right? The tables, names, whatever it is, you can see it here also, the SQL Studio. Okay. So I didn't connect to it. I didn't have the configuration things. So in real time, this is the way. Okay. This is a file to change all those things. You have to activate it. Activate instance, you have to do like this. Okay. So that it will be get activated. You have to give whatever the things related to from the client. They will be providing also host name, port, whatever it is. Okay. Once it is done, the same host name, you have to use it here to get a connect. The same thing, but it will be in a SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, the same tables will be populated here. Whatever you are seeing here, right? That same thing will be populated here. So this for real time. Got it? Someone asked.
Yeah.
That for our practical session is very tough. Okay, here SQL Server maintaining is very, very tough. That's why I also drop the idea also. How to activate the SQL Server. I wasted some 3 to 4 classes in the initial batches. Okay. And my system also gone very slow. Sorry. So this is one thing. And how to open a studio. Okay, how to open a studio is so we'll have application, you'll get like this structure. Okay, anytime you'll get like this structure. This is the structure of the application suite, whatever it is. You'll get like this. You'll get admin, bin, build, and all. Okay, license. In this top of it, right? You have to click like this. Okay, and you have to give a command, CMD, command prompt, which means the entire path will be open in a command prompt. Okay. After that, you have to give GWB Studio. This is a command to open a studio. Okay. So to have this thing, you have to install your Java version. Okay. So Java, once your Java JDK 11 version, right? 11.10, that version is installed. Then only the studio, if after giving that, install the Java, right? JDK, then only this GWB Studio will be work on it. Okay, otherwise it will not work, it will throw error. Now if I give an enter, already I have given it, you will get like this, your IDE will be open. Okay, after that you can restart the server. Okay, that I'll give a walkthrough. After that I'll that restarting the server, this is the way. Okay. So before that I want to, what is it? Yeah, please install Java this version. Okay, otherwise I can tell you. Open Logic, Java JDK. Okay. This just search it in Google, Open Logic. Okay. Actually, along with the Guidewire Studio and all, SAR will be providing JDK 8 and 10, 10, 11, not 10, 11 will be those two versions SAR will be providing. Okay. But what I'll suggest is take a thing fresh from the Google. Okay. And this link for that Open Logic downloads, and here you have to select 11th version. Okay, 11th version, Windows Architecture 64-bit, and package is JDK. Okay, so next is here you'll have lot of versions will be there, 11.20, 19, 18 and all, but I will prefer 11.10. It will be in the second page. Okay, this one, 11.010. Okay, this version you have to select it. And one second, here this one you have to download it. Okay, just give a click, it will be downloaded. Okay, so MSI version, please download it, don't go for zip. Okay, so once you download, I'll tell you. Okay, a little bit steps will be there. That steps we need to done so that we don't want to manually set any environmental variables or Java path home, nothing. We don't want to set up it. Okay, so please, once you get a studio and all, before going to have a Guidewire Studio, this is very important. Otherwise, studio will not open it. Okay, this supporting on top of it's built on top of the JDK. Okay. So here also I can tell the same thing. One second. Once I click right, it will ask for prepare for install. Okay. Next, accept. I won't give finish because already my system have. Okay. Here, right, this is a very important step. Set Java home variable and Java soft. Here you have to give, instead 2 into mark, you have to give the second option. Entire future will be installed on local drive. Next, here also. Once you have to make these 2 changes, then next you can give a finish. Okay, install. Which means your Java will be Pakka installed. Okay. Yes. I am cancelling because I have already. Okay. So this is where you first you install these things. Then once you get a studio, I'll tell you the next things. Okay. And to verify it, whether your Java is installed, JDK is installed or not, you can give go to the run. Okay. Just give a command. Java -version. You just give like this. Whatever we have seen, right? Open JDK, our version will be there. 11.0.10. Okay, this should be there. Okay. Got it? Again, I'll tell you if you have any doubts. Just I have told what is the prerequisite have to be done in your system. All right. If no doubts. Hi, Vimala. I have joined here.
I have one doubt actually. Is this Guidewire supports only these 3 databases only, Oracle, MySQL, and H2? Apart
Yes.
from this,
Not apart from this, mostly this one, like 99% SQL and Oracle only.
okay. And initial data migration, how we have to handle this? For example, I want to migrate the data from XYZ systems to Guidewire. How can we handle this? Is there? Yeah.
That's a big step. I'll explain later. Okay, I'll keep noted. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's not, I can't explain within 2 minutes. Okay. I'll explain it.
Okay. No
Even the other batch people also ask, like, what is how it is comes from legacy. After that, how it is being handled in PolicyCenter. That I'll explain it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. All right. Have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. We need Open JDK, which need to be installed, right?
Yes, this one, Open JDK version 11.0.10.
Okay. Other than that, I have another JDK. Will that not be used for this?
Why I'm
Only
telling
Open
us,
JDK.
yeah, why I'm telling us here, right? I some other JDK I even myself used. Okay, here we have something called as a Gosu Scratchpad, which is for every developer it is necessary. This thing will not be enabled, okay, for the rest of the JDK. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
This needed. We need to have some test the query, test the things, right? Our coding and all. This I need it. That's why I ask you to install those things. Open Logic JDK. Your server will be up.
Okay.
This thing is not enabled. It will be like grayed out. That's why.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Will today's audio be also sent in email?
Yes. Everyday class will be sent to email.
Okay.
So Raji, like one question. So in the integration part, right? Are you covering the gateways as well? Integration gateway, IG, and the plugins and all stuff, or like?
I'll cover once again. What I have mentioned here is right web services, both publishing, how to publish and how to consume, and messaging and batch process, Gosu bundles. Yes, even we have plugins, right?
Plugins and IG, IGs.
Yeah, plugins. Sorry, what you told?
IG integration gateways.
Integration gateways, no, we don't. These are the integration gateways. We don't have specifically integration gateways. Nothing is there.
Okay.
See, these are the integration. Anything if you want to convert to the connect to the external system, right? Either 3 things you have to use, either web services or messaging, okay, or batch process. 3 things you have to use this. Yeah, plugins comes through the messaging itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. I have to go. Bye.
Yeah,
Thanks. Have a nice day.